And we are there. 3 seconds, 4 seconds in. It is showtime.
So we live.
We are live.
All right,
They
then.
can see ya.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Drinking with the pink up.
it's it is Monday, January the 27th. We are happy to be here. I have a guest that I'm pleased to announce in just one moment. Y'all are watching the podcast Make It Make Sense with Jay and Tank, and this is not Tank. I will say Tank is not present today. Other duties had to call for him, so
Taking care of business.
He's taking care of business. So I have the pleasure of, and y'all just make sure y'all put in the chat, we miss you, Tank. Y'all give my partner in crime. Y'all give my partner in crime a shout out because I'm lost here without my partner. But it's okay. I know I got a great fill in, and we're gonna do what we do. So without further ado, I have here sitting before y'all, sitting in my presence in this building, none other known as Big L.
That would be me.
Talking
Sports with Big L.
Talking Sports with Big L. How about it? We are so glad to have him in the building.
I'm glad
Y'all
to be
send
here.
us some celebratory emojis in the chat line and welcome our good friend, Mr. Big L.
What's going on? What's going on?
And he gonna be talking to y'all about sports because I know. Listen, I'm not good. I'm not a sports person, right? So, but what I tend to do is whomever, if I'm seeing someone or if I date or whatever, I tend to go with that, right? To that team, right?
So you bandwagon. Bandwagon jumping is what you're doing.
I will say, that's what I said. Somebody say choose a side. I will say, my dad was a Dolphin fan, so I tend to tune in with the Dolphins every now and then. But the last team that I actually side I was on was the Redskins, right? So I get notifications. Y'all don't throw eggs at me. I'm glad you can't reach me.
Throw them.
Don't throw eggs at me, y'all. But and I get the notifications to my phone, so I'm able to keep up with. So I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, the score yesterday was 24 to 55.
They might still be scoring. I don't know. That was 55-23.
Something like that. 23 or 24 to 55, whatever. So I'm sorry y'all took that. I'm sorry, but
y'all, that's not my thing.
I will say I do know a little bit. Since I've been tuned in, the Redskins had a great season. Y'all, for real, didn't they?
There you go.
They had a better they had a better season than the year before. I do know that.
Yeah.
So for a person that just don't know.
That's what you call them, they.
So if you don't know, who is your team?
I am diehard Dallas Cowboys. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
Okay.
So, and of course, Redskin fans was feeling themselves this year, and they had the right to, but they came up short yesterday. So now they got to get these jokes. They got to get this work. I'm sorry.
What you got for them, Big L?
First of all, I need to know what can I can't say. What's the language barrier there? Because they know my mouth.
Everybody know Tank. Tank has no filter. So
okay.
I
just need to know.
Even the producer over here said, "Oh God, we just never know what's gonna come out my boy mouth." So you're welcome. You're at home. Feel free to talk your stuff. Okay. We want you to feel like you're at your place doing your thing.
All right.
So without further ado, I'm gonna give it over to our Talking Sports with Big L.
All right. Well, like I said, man, it was a great game for probably about the first half, and then all the damn wheels and tires just fell off the car. Cadillac converter in the street, the screws, bolts, everything just fell right off. And I actually picked Washington because as a Cowboy fan,
Okay.
Washington, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, San Francisco, the New York Giants, those are our rivalries.
Okay.
And of course, when you're a Cowboy fan, everybody hates you.
Okay.
And that's every team. They got something to say when you lose.
Okay.
So, and then she gonna throw it up on there. She gonna throw the game up there. Yeah, that's play it. Rub it in. Rub it in. But anyway, I actually picked Washington.
Okay.
Because they got a good quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He's a rookie this year, and he's done a tremendous job stepping in.
Okay.
But I really can't blame him for that loss yesterday. They had some turnovers that cost him the game.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't come back from that.
Right.
But that being said,
yeah,
when Washington beat Detroit last week, when they put up like 40-some points, they was feeling themselves.
Oh.
They was feeling themselves.
Okay.
I'm old enough to remember that when I was in elementary school, you get your report card.
Okay.
And on your report card, you got your H, B, C.
Okay.
And there's one spot for conduct.
Okay.
I would always have A, B, C's, and then on that conduct, I would have a U.
What? I think U was for
unsatisfactory. And then, of course, you got that note on the side. Talks too much.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many ass whoopings I got because I talking too much. And that's what them commanders got. They got that U for talking too much. And they got that ass beat yesterday. And like I said, I picked them and made me look bad too by picking them. But they don't have anything to be ashamed of. They did have a great season. Nobody, not even their own fans, expected them to go as far as they did. I just hope that they protect that young quarterback.
Okay.
Meaning, right now they need to make sure you get a good offensive line in front of him.
Okay.
Get him a running back. Give him the weapons now.
Okay.
Before, a couple of years from now, he gonna ask for a big contract.
Right. Right.
And once he asks for that big contract, they gotta give it to him. Then the money don't spread out as much.
Okay.
And then you're gonna see players start going elsewhere, stuff like that. So I just hope they can take care of him now.
Okay.
This is actually a good window for Washington.
Okay.
To be a serious contender.
Okay.
But they're gonna have to wait the next year for that. Because
the year's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So go on down to your local pawn shop, get you some fishing poles, and you come on to the bank with us Cowboy fans. We've been there. We've really been there since October.
So you say y'all already been fishing?
Yeah, we've been fishing.
So
we didn't caught some, cleaned it and cooked it, and back out there fishing again.
So y'all just go ahead on and, like you said, get your tools and join the Cowboys.
Yeah, come on.
And get ready for next year.
Tell Pittsburgh Steelers to pick you up, bring you on out there.
Or do you think they need to be out on the field playing, practicing?
No, ain't no need to practice. No.
Say give it up. The season is over.
It's done.
It's done.
Ain't but 2 teams left.
Okay.
And that's the raggedy ass Philadelphia Eagles and the cheating ass Kansas City Chiefs.
Now let me tell you something about both of those teams, because I say, everybody have a team, right? So I'm like, you know what? I need a team. And I back in the day I picked the Eagles because of the colors.
Man, there you go. I'm finna go. Show over. Good night. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
So I used to like the Eagles just because of their team colors at the time, right? So I used to zoom in on the Eagles.
This was a setup.
And then I promise y'all, I know nothing about sports, but I enjoy it. I love the trash talk between the fans and stuff and the fanatics. I love it. I love the gatherings, football, Super Bowl parties, all that stuff. I love to hear people talk about their teams and stuff like that. And as far as the Kansas City Chiefs, so when I was married, my ex-husband never really had a team either. He wasn't really a big sports guy. So, but he had a cousin that played for the Chiefs, so we would tune in with the Chiefs. So that's
Okay.
how I know a little bit about the Chiefs, and that's how you know I selected the Eagles, and you know why I like.
Well, I really don't know a big bunch of Chiefs fans.
Okay.
They just been kind of just winning and being quiet and humble. And like I said earlier on my show,
Yeah.
a few years ago, everybody loved Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Now everybody's sick of Patrick Mahomes. They don't want him to win, and all he's done is gone out there and do his job. He ain't got in no trouble,
Right.
nothing like that.
Okay.
But now everybody's sick of Patrick Mahomes, so I'm sure a lot of people's gonna be pulling for Philly.
Okay.
But I need Taylor Swift to come through and forward that big check to them referees Super Bowl Sunday. Make sure Kansas City get this victory. That way, them Philadelphia Eagles can get this work. I don't care if they made it to the Super Bowl. If you win, if you don't win, you just the first loser. So
somebody said they sick of his family.
That's my man Mike Slay. He a Washington fan. Mike, take you 48 hours.
Is he a hater? Is he considered a hater?
No, he's a good guy.
Okay.
And he's a good Washington fan.
Okay.
He's loyal.
Okay.
But he's hurting right now. Take you 48 hours. Just don't post nothing. Stay off social media. Don't worry about these jokes.
Okay.
And then come back probably around Thursday.
So he need to go on the fast.
Yeah, you got to let it sink in. You gotta let it sink in.
And then we have somebody over here says, Patrice says, and they ring still older than Dallas.
See, they always talking about Dallas is not gonna help you feel any better this morning if you're a Washington fan. It's not.
It's gonna make you worse.
That's just everybody like to jump on us.
They just
like to jump on.
They just like to jump on y'all.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Well, I'm glad you could take what they call
everybody ain't built for the trash talk.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Forward, tough, strong. Somebody say, grab your fishing pole. Angela Collins said, grab your fishing pole.
Get your fishing pole.
And
come
just
on.
Join the crowd.
Yep.
Just humble yourself.
Bring some beer.
Bring
some beer, because we're gonna be out there for about 6 months.
Okay.
Till well, let's see. We don't nobody really care about college basketball no more like we used to. We just waiting on Duke to lose so we can talk that same trash that we talking today.
So you're a Carolina guy?
I am.
Okay, now my dad was a Carolina guy, so die hard. That I am solid too. The North Carolina basketball, Carolina. I am a Carolina fan.
Yeah, so we all, Carolina's not what we used to be. We just waiting on Duke to lose, and then we're gonna talk all that trash, and then we waiting on LeBron to lose, and then baseball rolls around.
Okay.
And we'll watch the WNBA or something like that then, because we just waiting on football season to come back.
Okay.
And then we start all over again.
Same old.
And yes, Cowboys going to the Super Bowl next year.
Okay. Well, I mean, you a diehard fan, so you got to believe in your team. You got to believe in them.
You do.
You do. You got to have faith in them regardless. And I appreciate those that stick to the team and really truly pick a side.
Except for you, because you just be going.
Y'all don't count me out now. One day I might just have a love for it, but
you just be going.
I just like to look. I like to just if you need a caterer or something for your Super Bowl event or something like that, I can do that for you. Or you need an entertainer, I can do that for you. I can serve you cocktails and all kinds of stuff. Fry you up some chicken and some have a veggie plate. I can host the party. Y'all let me know. Don't throw eggs at me.
No, we're not throwing eggs at business opportunities now. Because there's going to be some Super Bowl parties out there.
Oh, yeah. So, holler at your girl if y'all need me to do any of those things. But, leave me out of the sports arena.
And if you hosting a Super Bowl party, make sure everybody brings something. Don't just let them show up with an appetite. They got to bring something.
Absolutely. And not just your paraphernalia, what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Your team.
Yeah.
Bring something. What they got to bring, Big L?
You need to bring some food or some liquor or some beer. That's all you need. Don't come in there with ice and then think you're gonna eat everything up and take some place to go. It's just like with Thanksgiving and Christmas. You got to bring something.
Give them the etiquettes. Yes. Do y'all do better this year?
And look, go ahead and tell them folk you're not coming to work Super Bowl Monday. Cause that's normally what we do. We take that Monday off.
Call out.
So you need to call out. Go ahead and call out that Friday.
Why not now? Well, no, it's too early.
It's too early right now. It's too early right now.
They already know. Y'all employers already know. Y'all ain't coming in. The employee rate gonna be down on that Monday.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna get no work done that Monday.
So the two teams that are playing for the Super Bowl are the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Eagles and the Chiefs.
And this is what the Chiefs, third or fourth?
The Eagles. The Chiefs are going for their third straight Super Bowl.
Do y'all think they?
I think this would be 3 out of 5 if they get it.
Okay.
Well, I think it would be 4 out of 5, something like that. This is their fourth one total if they win.
Okay. Now I've seen where people talk and said, when I was
that's right, Super Bowl
screaming,
Monday should be a holiday.
It should. It's probably gonna get there pretty soon for real.
Not with this administration, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
And that's I'm gonna need a whole bottle of liquor
for that.
And y'all gonna need a bleep button in here for that one.
Well, that's
cuss words will fly.
I was gonna ask y'all,
You just stirring up the pot. You just stirring up the pot.
Well, we gotta make it make sense. We all make it make sense.
So you trying to get banned with me on it.
I'm gonna leave well enough alone.
Trying to get banned already.
But how y'all doing out there though? Y'all don't forget to message my partner in crime. Tell them y'all miss him. I see a couple of miss you tanks. Y'all let Tank know y'all miss him. We have, for those who are just chiming in, we have Talkin Sports with Big L right here, and it's a pleasure to have him. I'm enjoying every moment of it, and we just talking junk, chalking it up, or however you want to say it, chopping it up, and talking shit.
Talking shit.
That's all. So y'all give us some feedback and talk y'all junk too along with us. And I think I was asking about the Super Bowl. So what's your predictions on that?
Well, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm taking Kansas City.
Okay.
As I said, I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I will never root for the Philadelphia Eagles in anything, nothing.
Never. What they do to
you? What they do to me?
You said never.
Never. I mean, they just put an ass whooping on me twice this year. It wasn't that 55 that Washington got, but they did their thing on us this year.
Okay.
Philly is a good team.
Okay.
Hurts is a good quarterback. They have a good offensive line.
Okay.
They got 2 big stud receivers out there.
Uh-huh.
They got a reliable tight end, and they got all of that. And then comes Saquon, who is like the real difference maker.
Okay.
For the Eagles.
Okay.
Kansas City, of course, we know is Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and then it's the rest of the team.
No, okay.
That's about all I can tell you about Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a great coach in Andy Reid, so it should be a good game.
Uh-huh.
I actually picked Buffalo yesterday to beat Kansas City, and that was a great game. It went back and forth, but as everybody know, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, the referees in the NFL are gonna make sure Patrick Mahomes get that victory.
Okay.
I don't know what they did, but they're gonna make sure Patrick Mahomes get that victory. It's his time right now. He's the current Tom Brady, so to speak.
Okay.
And like I said, he's really done nothing but go out there and play hard. He stays out of trouble. He's never had any issues off the field. And that's kind of what you want.
Okay. So great season for all of the teams.
No, not all of them. Just
not all of them. Just them two.
Just them two.
We all
Well, catch us up on what's going on. Is the Panthers playing? Or they
You
already
really
out?
gonna say something about the Panthers?
Are you from here?
I'm born and raised here.
Oh, you a trick. Oh,
So I take it the Panthers is your team.
yes. I'm loyal. I'm loyal.
We got a Panther
I ain't
fan
heard
in the
nothing
house.
about Panthers though.
I'm loyal. I don't care.
To anybody that's watching on my Facebook right now, if you watch me, what do I call the Panthers?
Y'all, let me see
Can
what
y'all
y'all
figure out what that name I called it? It's the Panthers. Can anybody tell me what I call them?
What Buckies? No. Okay. Somebody said, "Let's go Chiefs." So, y'all in the chat, if you will, chat us your team so we can know who you root for, and let us know who you're going for the Super Bowl. Okay?
They playing. That's what they're doing. They're
just playing around. I really haven't heard much about the Panthers. I kind of forgot about them.
Behind his podcast.
You can get tickets to the Panthers game for the price of a Bojangles special right now. So
what happened to the Panthers? Where they go wrong?
In my opinion, they did Cam wrong while he was there.
Okay.
And then this owner,
okay,
not the previous owner, which I think Richardson has passed.
Okay.
But this owner who bought the team, he's not putting a good product on the field.
Okay.
It's almost like he's trying to get attendance down so he can move the team somewhere else.
Oh.
Which I hope that doesn't happen because it is a great thing to have an NFL team in this state of North Carolina.
Okay.
But the Panthers have had they've been up and down. They've had coaching issues, and then they had the young quarterback, which they just kind of threw him out there. So we had to take it. He had them learning pains. He had to take.
Quinetta says, "Who's the Panther? Is that a real team?"
If she from here, don't even talk.
She said, the producer, Miss Faith said, if you from here, don't even talk.
Because that don't show no loyalty at all. You should be, I don't care, you should be loyal.
So you saying if you're from here, you should be. Well, I'm not from here. I'm from Virginia though. So who I should be rocking with?
You should be going with Washington.
Nobody. No.
But she right. If you gotta go to Washington, might as well be nobody.
Do Virginia even have a team?
Huh?
Do Virginia have a team?
No. You got Washington is the
more
area.
North. Yeah, it's north, right? It's closer to.
Well, you had to go back in the day.
Well, see, my daddy was a Dolphin fan though. Well, but my dad is from Carolina.
But
originally,
a lot of the Dolphin fans, they originate back from when the Dolphins were undefeated and won the Super Bowl
back in the day.
72, I think it was.
Yeah, and they were strong.
And then you got the 49er fans who were in the 80s, Montana. That was their
when
time.
they was a strong their seasons of winning. I go with I'm not. I'm yeah.
Well,
I'm a traitor.
Well, whoever gonna be winning at halftime of the Super Bowl, that's who she going with.
Well, actually, you know what? Ooh, I gotta pick a side for that, don't I? That's kind of hard.
But the good thing about the Panthers is we play y'all in Charlotte again this year, so that's a guaranteed sellout for y'all. That's probably your only sellout this year. So,
Washington.
No, he's DC. Cowboys. We got a couple of Cowboys on
America's
the
team.
People say DC for life.
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys
team.
for life. But see, I remember the Dallas being having their winning seasons back around the years you said the Dolphins, right? Around that time, the Dolphins 70s. And the Dallas, they were hot. They were
early
hot.
70s was the Dolphins, and then the rest of the 70s were Cowboys and the Steelers. Steelers won 4 Super Bowls during the 70s. Cowboys won 2, I think.
Yeah. I remember, I just remember it heavy. Like I said, my dad was a heavy sportsman. He ran, all I remember was when it was sports time, You and your mama gone somewhere.
Yeah.
And the only time I could be a part of when he went to go collect that money for the pool. That's all I remember is stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah. Somebody owe me.
Okay.
I need my money
I
today.
remember all that. And it's crazy because I should be able to know how to do all of that stuff. And then he came to North Carolina. He started something here.
Did he become a Panther fan or?
No, he always was a Dolphins man. He could not stand the Redskins. I remember that he could not stand. He couldn't stand the Redskins. He always called. He said that was a cheating team. He always said them damn cheaters.
Redskins?
That's what my dad always. He couldn't stand nothing about a Redskin. Nothing.
Yeah. I get it.
He didn't. I just know he talked trash about the Redskins, but. And then I had a cousin that was like a brother of mine. He was another Dolphin fan too. So, you know, I like the colors for Dolphins.
Really?
I just go for the color. I'm gonna do better though. But I'm glad I did keep up with the scoring a lot this year. So I'm proud of myself.
Dolphins was actually pretty good last year.
Yeah, I seen that a lot.
And not so much this year.
Last year they did have a good season, and then this year Redskins pretty much had a good season, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, so, everybody had one good season there and then. So
that's all. That's the way to keep it. That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Of course, the Cowboys, we had a bad season this year, so we'll be back next year.
That's it. We'll be back. It's your team. We're gonna just root harder and keep on. Keep on. Anybody got anything in the y'all want to put in the chat? Any topics? Any concerns? I was gonna I'm not gonna do it.
I'm your guest.
Because he ain't ready.
Do you think?
Did you play football yourself?
I did.
You look like you did.
I did. Them Reedsville Rams.
What was your position?
I played fullback, played some tight end, defensive end, and linebacker.
Okay.
What is that?
Some of those positions on offense and the other ones on defense.
Okay.
So he was versatile.
So which one were you good at?
As far as position?
Yeah.
All of them.
I knew he was gonna say all of them. Why did you even ask that?
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna say all of them.
Right across my chest.
I knew he was gonna say it. I was gonna answer it for you, but I said no.
Were you good at defense, or were you both?
I was good at both, but I preferred defense. I like defense better.
You like the tackling and stuff.
Yeah, I like the contact. I like the contact.
So you like beating up on people?
I ain't say all that.
All right, let me get
now, we did play a little dirty sometimes, but
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Well, this is gonna conclude the sports segment of Make It Make Sense. We're gonna get into some live topics. We have a few moments left, and since we have my guest here, we're gonna pick his brain. We normally would play a game, but we're not going to do that today. We normally play Would You Rather, and I'm not going to do that. I didn't have a Would You Rather question, although I may have some on me, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get right into a topic discussion. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine last night, and we were talking about relationships. So how about it?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What do you mean, grown man opinion?
And
in regards to what? What's going on?
What's the question?
Oh, I ain't got no questions to say.
What was your statement?
We just want grown men opinions because there's a lot of little boys out here now.
So the producer said we just be wanting grown men opinions because it's a lot of little boys.
The YNs, they call them YNs.
The YNs.
First of all, you call them a YN, you know you mess with a little boy. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't supposed to be around the YNs anyway.
No, I still have kids that's YNs.
Yeah, you might get shot hanging around them. Uh-oh.
Excuse me, y'all.
I don't know what she got over there, but that's so good.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You good?
Oh, I'm good.
Drinking that YN juice over here.
So we're going to switch lanes a little bit. And I was telling y'all, I was talking to a friend And we were talking about it's becoming more popular nowadays for people to get married and live in a separate household. So what I wanted to know
Who
is
do that?
great conversation, right? and
Where that popular at?
and it was, this person,
That must be up north.
Shirley Ralph does that.
I haven't had a chance to really like
You
look
know,
into,
she's
but
been married, like,
but there's been a
20
lot of
years.
talk about people are starting. Y'all on the feed, have y'all heard of this? Please engage in conversations. What's your thoughts on being married but living in a separate household? And people are starting to this is starting to be a trend, I'm
Okay, well,
told.
well, Shirley Ralph is an actress, so I know she probably has to
The
travel
means
a
to-
lot. So
uh-huh.
she probably, I would expect her to have a different house to stay in. Say if she's in California
Right.
and her home may be in New York or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Isn't her husband an actor or politician or something? I'm not sure.
You gotta be a strong man.
But
away
that's
from
for everybody else, though.
But right, for the average people like us, how do y'all feel about being married and living in separate households?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Patrice said there's no need to get married. That's what I said in a conversation. We had a very lengthy conversation. And you know what? I saw her point of view, but also I was told to get out of the mentality of the old way of no. I feel like you should live together. If you married, I feel like you should live together.
That's what you
I'm
get
like,
married
people
for.
accept that somebody's doing something.
I
really believe so.
That people,
somebody's cheating. I don't care what nobody says.
Well, I mean, they doing that. Maybe they just got an open lifestyle.
That's what I'm saying.
But see,
they need to say that too. Instead of, we're happily married, monogamy, nobody's cheating. No, you. If you got something else going on, make sure you say that too.
So
don't make it
that's
seem like
right.
It's all, don't have people thinking it's all glory to have separate households, and you know what I'm saying. Starting this new trend that they really ain't being honest about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying.
Right.
There's somebody cheating. That's all I gotta say. And I'm
so is that the first?
Patrice said, "You know I'm raw."
Yeah.
What that mean, Patrice?
Patrice meaning she gonna tell you like it is.
Oh, okay. I ain't want to think the wrong thing.
Come in here.
I know.
Tell her she need to come in here and watch us tape live.
I know. We need her. We need her.
She come in here 'cause she be
Patrice, are you at work? But she's not here locally. I thought she was here locally. She's actually, she's not here locally. I thought she was too. But
if we marry, we got to be in the same house.
I mean,
other than that, why get married?
Now I can see. Now I'm thinking, okay, now I know back in the days, I remember going to my grandparent house, but the way it was set up on my dad's side, my great grandparents lived with they all lived together with my grandma, if that makes sense. So it was like my grandma, my great grandmother, and my great grandfather, who was husband and wife. And I remember going there. My great grandma and great grandfather, they had separate rooms. And I thought that was the weirdest thing. I was like, they're married, but of course they were older, of course, back then. And I never understood it. But I just thought it was weird.
Well, maybe it was just that time, because if we remember watching I Love Lucy, they slept in separate beds. Now maybe that was just a TV thing,
right? Or maybe it was an error. I think it was an error. Like, anybody remember their grandparents or mother, father, or what I'm talking about? I slept in the other room as well. If they slept in the other room, it was because you were mad at the other person, but you come back to the other room eventually.
You just gonna be mad
So,
in the same bed.
In the same bed. That I'm with you. I'm with the whole but I think too, the people that are doing this are people that have lived alone by themselves, right? And so they're stuck in their ways, and they're admitting it, and they're saying, "Hey, you can't live with. I'm too much to live with." right? So it made me kind of think about it, but I still say I want to live in the same household as my spouse. You know what I'm saying? But you have to kind of look at the type of people that are saying this. These are some are, like I said, older people, or they've been by themselves. I do feel like the longer you stay by yourself, the more you're gonna be set in your ways, and it is gonna be kind of hard to allow somebody to come into your space. You know what I'm saying? So I was told you got to have an open mind because times have changed.
Love is love.
If we married, we got to be together.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of married people got going on nowadays, but they need to stop telling people that.
Patrice at work.
And make
somebody call Patrice supervisor. Ain't no work getting done, Patrice.
That's one of our big supporters. We definitely appreciate her for always tuning in. So she said my great grandma did the same, but that was because she caught him at a whole house. And back then they didn't divorce. They just stayed in a separate room, or like mine, she had 2 beds in the room.
So
right.
How long did he have to stay in that separate room? Was it a week, a month? What?
Or did he just stay there? Did he keep holding around? Did he just stay there? That's what we want to know. And I don't know the situation between my great grandparents. I just know when I came to visit, I wasn't old enough to ask, or I just knew. I'm like, they husband and wife. I just knew husband and wife
until he died.
Oh wow! So she was mad.
Damn.
Grandma was mad. So I don't know the situation between my great grandparents. So
yeah, Patrice needs to be here.
I'm telling you. I see what you talking about every week.
Yeah.
Every show.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know. That was just
damn pop. You didn't get to go back in the room or nothing.
Well, I wonder if they did a little sneaky link though within the house. I'm pretty sure Pop
might as well just went on back to the whole house.
She said they was together when they was 5 and 6 years old. That's a long time.
That's a long time right there.
Good God Almighty. Woo! So that goes to bring me that. So that's another thing too. Being together for so long. A lot of people. Did you ever have a high school sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay. I never had a high school sweetheart. I was already sweethearting while I was in high school.
What does that mean?
That means I already had a family when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get a chance to do the whole like somebody in high school. I was on a whole different level than my peer group. So,
yeah. High school is when you get that first heartbreak.
Yeah. So I didn't but a lot of people I know had had high school sweethearts and they be together for so long, and then after I guess maybe like college, they go off to college and they start to experience breakup or what have you.
Well, I have a friend that we kind of went all through school together. Her and her husband, I can remember them being together like middle school, and they still together to this day.
Wow.
But they're married, of course. Now I think they've been married probably about 30 years now.
Wow, kudos to them.
So and she's same age I am.
Yeah. So, kudos to them.
Yeah, they still
so it
strong.
Can work, and I'm pretty sure y'all, because your critics gonna say, "Oh, I bet you he cheated or she cheated or whatever." But the thing is, they're still together. Through the ups and downs, the bad. They went through the vows. They honored them.
You're going to have ups and downs.
Oh, definitely.
In any relationship.
Yes.
It's about how you get through them. Yep. Now, disclaimer, please do not take relationship advice from me. I am not the one to take relationship advice from. You might not want to take it from anybody on the internet right now because folks at tonight's conversation is going.
I heard about that.
All the way left right now.
Oh, God. So y'all know me. If you don't know me, I am don't really be in the social media world, even though I be on Facebook and stuff a lot, but I'm not a stroller like too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting into it because I'm podcasting now. So you have to kind of be in the know of things. So now what I'm curious of, I'm going to go back to some of those tonight's conversations to see what's going on, what's all the hoorah is about. So do you want to enlighten those for people like me that don't know anything about tonight's conversations like that, to get us up to part of where they're standing at in the spotlight?
I really can't get you up to par. I do the best I can.
Okay.
Tonight's conversation is it's a podcast.
Okay.
Where it started as a podcast where they discuss relationships and life topics, things like that. Of course, the podcast got bigger.
Okay.
So they started traveling.
Right.
And they'll do a live podcast in front of crowds.
Okay.
I actually went to see them in Charlotte when they
Okay.
was there last year. And it's funny, it's entertaining.
Okay.
And they do be dropping some gems as far as relationship advice.
So now, is this a husband and a wife?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think there was only one person that was married. I think her name was Kitty.
Okay.
I think she was the only one that was married.
Okay.
Everybody else is single to my understanding.
Okay.
But, like I said, they do give good advice.
Right.
And it's entertainment.
Right. Okay.
And so apparently, allegedly, the guy who started it all, Ace Metaphor, apparently was, I guess, messing with some cast members.
Okay.
And then there's a issue where Keita, who is the one she's on TikTok right now, and she's kind of exposing everybody.
Okay. She was the one married?
No.
Okay.
You have Keita.
Okay.
And you have Kitty.
Okay.
And then you have Trip, Ace, and it's a couple of other ones. I think Trill.
Okay.
Another guy's name.
Okay.
But TikTok went away.
Okay.
And then it came back about a week ago. And then when it came back, it was like such and such leaving tonight's podcast.
Okay.
And of course, everybody want to know what's going on.
Right.
So it's a business.
Okay. Yeah.
But Keita apparently wasn't getting paid for shows or something like that.
Okay.
And Keita is now spilling the tea.
So it's like, you ain't pay me my money.
So I'm going to tell everything, and I'm going to tell what you've been doing in your personal life.
The typical business rundown.
Yeah, but
you get mad and you just, you throw people under the bus.
But
I don't think that's grown folk type of handling business.
It's not because it is a business. If they owe you money, get you an attorney.
That's it.
Let the attorney handle it.
That's it.
But in this world that we live in today,
I gotta get mine.
We gotta have that tea.
Yeah.
And everybody gonna tune into it.
Oh yeah.
We love drama.
Oh God, yes.
Now, I think the podcast was great for the Black culture.
Okay.
Because it was something that we all tuned into.
Okay.
And now that it is completely gone off the cliff, probably won't. You don't know if they're gonna.
That's what I was gonna say. Again. Do you think they can bounce back from it, or?
Well, no, because everybody's choosing sides now.
Okay.
And a lot of people are going with Keita.
Okay.
And like I said, it's Ace's show. So if Ace start, he's not gonna have as much support as they have before.
Gotcha.
So I think Keita should put her energy into starting her own podcast.
She was good like that to do that.
She's got a following. So it would work for her.
Okay.
Instead of just, concentrating on spilling the tea. But as long as she's spilling the tea, we're going to watch it.
Right. Of course.
We're going to watch it, and then other content creators going to report on it, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Okay.
Now, Trip, all he did was just announce he's not going to be a part of the show anymore.
Okay.
And that's it.
He just going to walk away.
Now, we don't know why he walked away. maybe he just didn't want to be involved in none of that.
Right.
I feel like he don't owe anybody an explanation.
Right. Okay.
Unless he really wants to. Now, the other girl, Kitty, apparently Kitty, who was married, was doing some extra marital things.
Oh, okay.
And she's one of the ones that be dropping some real good knowledge.
Real stuff. Usually the people that preach the good don't always practice it.
Well, yeah,
that's usually the case.
I'm saying
it's very
we see
rare.
Preachers get exposed every
but
day.
But look, and do they? But they practices. They only preaching and not practicing.
Well, that goes back to my point.
It's only a small percentage that really practice what they preach.
Don't take relationship advice from the internet.
I'm just saying what that part. Don't even take it from y'all.
If you want some real good relationship advice,
read the Bible.
Go see some folks that's been married for a long time, like grandparents.
That's true.
Aunties and uncles.
And if you ain't never had that type of role model,
family members,
find somebody that you could look at to see. Oh, this could just go into a whole different topic, because sometimes people like to make excuses for who they are, what they are from past outcomes and family trauma and things like that. And we'll say, well, like just for instance, well, my daddy wasn't a part of my life. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure you had some girlfriends or somebody or some homeboys that did have a good role model as a family. Mimic off of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't mimic off of what you had. It seems like you would want to do better. If your father wasn't there, then it seemed like you would be wanting to be a great father, and be there for your kids. I never understood that, but hey, that's a whole different topic. I'm going off the topic, but
you getting heated over here.
Yeah, I never.
You need some more YN juice over here.
I just never understood why we use bad excuses. I mean, trauma or generational curses for our outcomes. I don't understand it. It's like my mom was the type of person that she was loud, very small, skinny woman, just loud for no reason, for a family of 3 at the time. And then I just knew that I don't like yelling, a lot of yelling and arguing and all that stuff.
Right.
Why would I carry that on into my marriage or my relationships, knowing I don't like that? I didn't like it, so why would you carry it on?
Well, you got to make choices for yourself and what's best for you.
You do. And because you don't have that role model before you, look at somebody else. Look at the next somebody out there. There's always people around you that you can look at. Whether you let it be known, hey, I admire you, what you're doing, whatever, you can still look at, because people look all the time. They don't acknowledge that they're looking at you, but they watching you.
Right.
So that's just my advice on that. And I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to, I got some backtracking to do. So I'm going to look at the show so we can talk more about what's going on with that. What is it? Talking Relationship. What is it called?
Tonight's Conversation.
So
I think it started off as really a card game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where you have cards and you just draw and the card will ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
And then it started as a card game and it grew into a podcast, such as what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And then it went to the whole full-blown tour.
Okay.
And like I said, I think it was good for the culture, and I don't think it'll ever be the same if they can.
The season is
get it back going. It's like New Edition. We don't want to really see New Edition unless Bobby there.
Right. I got you.
So
yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
But I hope the best for all of them. Like I said, all of them really have enough of a following to continue on and have their own and stuff like that. I just don't think as that collective it'll happen again. Who would y'all go with? Those on the feed, who would y'all go with? If each individuals from tonight's conversation was to have their own podcast. See, Patrice, you just not doing no work today. Patrice said Keita got all the tea. Patrice, no.
Somebody say, Chicken Man, what's going on, fam?
What's going on, bro?
So yeah. Who would y'all go with? Who was y'all person on tonight's conversation? Who y'all like to listen to? Because everybody have a side that they pick and go off of. So
for me, it would be Trip.
Okay.
Trip dropped some real knowledge.
Okay.
Kitty also, but now that this stuff that came out with Kitty, you gotta kind of pump the brakes on her a little bit, and maybe that's stuff that she did in the past and she evolved. We don't know.
Okay, so why, even though
Patrice and Keita gonna tell you.
So even though, y'all, we're gonna get ready to conclude our this session, but even though Kitty did her thing behind closed doors or whatever, because she spilled good information.
Keita spilled
it. Keita spilled good information. Like, she spit out good information. Why would you not still because people are human. We make mistakes.
Right.
Why wouldn't you not still take the advice?
Well, like I said, I think people
image. It's the image.
The image has been ruined.
And
so you're looking at people's side eye now.
And this is where I used to tell people, especially when it came to going to church. And I had to tell my mom this at one time before she gave herself to Christ or whatever, that you don't go. That's what's wrong. We judge people from the outside. You don't go to church for the pastor, the man or the woman that's preaching the word. You go to hear the word that's supposed to be received from the pastor to be delivered to you all. So when I go to church, I'm not worshiping that man. I'm going to receive the word that's supposed to be heard from a higher creation.
Right.
So when my pastor or a pastor come out on the news, that shit ain't gonna surprise me, because I know he's a human. Yeah. Sorry. See, we just
we ain't judging.
We listen.
We're not judging.
We listen and we don't judge.
I feel like people that do that don't have fear of God. You know what I'm saying? People that don't practice what they do.
Well, a lot of people. The fear of God is gone from the whole America.
Well, no.
The whole fear of God is gone from America. Because if people really fear God, we would be in a better place than where we are today. That's a whole different topic. That's a whole nother topic. But I just want to say that's the reason why we gotta stop having idols. What you say? Can't take advice from a side chick that hate side. She said can't take advice from a side chick that hates side chicks. Well, look, this is the way I feel about it, Patrice. Y'all been taking it from her. What? Don't stop now. She just been exposed. So, but I'm just saying, I get it though. I get it. Once that I'm being funny, but also I'm being truthful. I'm just keeping it real to give you guys a different perspective. We're here to make it make sense. So with that being said, we're going to make it make sense. We're going to end it with a great farewell. We appreciate y'all. Oh, we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all please congratulate and thank Mr. Big L from Talkin Sports with Big L. It is a pleasure to have you, sir.
It was a pleasure.
And we hope you come back. We enjoyed you. Thank you so much for the participation, the crowd, everything. You guys have been great. Happy Monday. Have a wonderful week. Never, ever give up until your good is your better and your better is your best. We out. Peace out.
One love.
One love.
Tank, get back.
Nice.
That was all right.
Yes, it was. Sweet.